Warren.
This is Nando reporting for the P4P Boxing Show, proudly sponsored by Warrenboxingmagement and Bravose Boxing here with, let's say, the newly crowned British middleweight champion Denzel Bentley. Has it hit you yet? Has it sunk in?
Yeah, no, it's sunk in now. It's the second time I've done it now, so, you know, I'm all right.
How's it feel to be back on, let's say, BT soil with that belt?
Yeah, no, it feels good. You know, I'm back at home. I'm ready to move on, ready to move forward. I'm not worried about bouncing back or coming back or what fights can I take and blah, blah, blah. Now it's about what fights can I take to progress again rather than bounce back. So it's a different energy, but it's nice.
Speaking of fights, you was here today for the weigh-in. It was obvious why you was here as well. The main event, Hamzah Sheeraz, Torres. What's going to happen? Can we see this fight happening eventually?
No, definitely. Listen, whenever you see me not fight someone that, you know, that was said I should fight or whatever, or I don't swerve, dodge fight. I'm just saying I think there's more to earn from this fight than, you know, us getting it on, let's just say tomorrow or whatever. So he grabs this belt, he's top 5 in the WBC, and then moves on, and eventually we get something for an eliminator or one of these vacant titles, because the champions are getting old and moving on. So I think me and him can, especially where we are both, you know, the top middleweights in the stable, might as well make it worth something.
Both getting an international title, both of them on the line, both moving up the ranks as well.
If you told me I'll fight him next week for a world title eliminator, then we can get it cracking next week. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like there's more to gain from the fight. We're both, you know, the top middleweights in this stable. We're both, I don't know, between top 5 and 10 in the country. So it's like, let's make something out of it rather than just fighting for fighting's sake.
I eavesdropped it on your last interview just now, so you announced that you're back in September?
Yeah, September, yeah.
One thing I want to ask you, obviously, you can't say who your opponent is, but when you fought Linus, the fight before you guys, Brad Pauls, he won the eliminator.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that it could be him?
I ain't heard nothing about that. His team hasn't approached anything about that. If they want an eliminator and they want a shot at the title, I think they need to, you know, approach us and let us know what they want to do. There's no point of going to them. But I did hear something about a rematch with Ryan Kelly. So hopefully they get it on. I think it was a good fight the first time. And I'd watch it again, definitely.
It was a bit of a controversial one there.
Yeah, I heard it was a bit controversial. I didn't see I was getting ready, so I didn't really see much of it. I saw bits of it. I thought Ryan Kelly boxed well, and obviously Brad Pauls done his thing. Obviously he come out on top, but I heard it was a bit controversial, and that's why they were having a rematch, and they agreed to it. So it obviously must have been a bit controversial, and they want to get that win, you know, the right way.
Let's talk about your last fight as well. Would you say that's the best performance of your career, in your opinion? Yeah, you could say that. I think the first time I've been 12 rounds, I think I boxed well, but between that and obviously the second F1 fight. Contender for maybe British Fight of the Year, because that was unbelievable, that fight.
Yeah, I think everyone's been saying that, so we have to see what the board come up with when they're giving out their awards, and hopefully we can get an award for that.
Yeah, because I think no one will say no in future rematch between you two, maybe for a bigger belt as well.
Yeah, that can happen. I've already said it. Like, if he moves on and, you know, we're at that level, essentially I want to get to one level. I don't want to be hanging around the domestic level my whole career. So if we move on and we're at that stage where, you know, we're having world title fights, world eliminator fights, which is possible, then yeah, let's do it again. Why not?
Just staying on your division right now, we just seen Golovkin, one of the champions, is going up. Fight Canelo. Do you think the loss against Bivol has affected Canelo in any way?
No. Canelo is a G. That loss don't mean nothing to him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have announced that fight so quickly. He wouldn't have been on. He doesn't care.
No chance for Golovkin?
He makes too much money, and he's too big in the sport to care what that's done to him. He didn't lose at his respective weight. He lost at 175. Why is everyone so fussed about it? Is what it is. That's 5'8". Come on, man. He's fighting someone that's 6'3" and a very, very, very good boxer, like elite level boxer. He tried his best. He went up there. He fell short. So what? That's what it is, man. You put too much emphasis on the loss. It don't mean nothing. Golovkin's got no chance. Sorry.
No.
Golovkin's got no chance.
Could you ever see yourself doing that, going up to super middleweight?
Yeah, why not? I've got to accomplish what I've set to accomplish at my weight first. So you don't want to just keep bouncing weights because you can't do what you need to do at your weight. So if I accomplish what I need to accomplish at my weight, then I find a new challenge to keep myself motivated, and I'll do that.
Speaking of that weight, a very intense face-off between Lennox Clark and Mark Efron.
I like that fight. I'm actually going for that fight.
Yeah, that's war all over it.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your prediction if you can give one?
I think Mark takes it in points. If Mark takes it, probably on points. I think he's got more to his game, better boxer. He's strong physically. But that was at middleweight. I don't know how strong he'll be at super middleweight, but I think Mark has more to his game than Lennox. But if he gets into Lennox's fight too early, Lennox is very physically strong and can bang. But I'm gonna edge Mark.
Dennis McCann as well, moving up to featherweight.
Fighter, I think Dennis is a very good fighter. I think he was massive for bantam. I think he's still big for feather, and he's young. He's still growing. He's one of them kids, special talent. I think he's got skills for days. I don't think James Beach matches up to the skill set that Dennis has. He might just be tougher and more rugged, but he don't match up to the skill set that Dennis has.
We saw a big height difference between Nick Ball and Nathaniel Kololo. What's your prediction for this? Because we saw Tete come over here and do something to Jason Cunningham. Can we see another one on the horizon?
No, I think Nick Ball knocks him out. I think Nick Ball stops him. I don't know much about Kololo neither, so I'm not being disrespectful or anything, but I just think Nick Ball's a savage. I think what I saw him do to Azalo, it really caught my attention. I was impressed by it. I think Nick Ball's been short all his life. He's always fought taller guys, so this is nothing new to him. That Kakalolo's finding confidence in the fact that Nick Ball's that much smaller. I think he's just strong and he's hungry, and I think he's one of them guys where it's like he lives and breathes this. Like he actually wants to make it out of boxing. He's not just playing at it. So I think he'll stop.
Couple questions outside of Queensbury. AJ Usyk too. How do you see this fight going?
It's a good fight. I just think AJ has to rough him up. AJ needs to just get to the point, forget all that boxing stuff and masterclass rubbish. Sorry, not rubbish, that's disrespectful, but just forget all that masterclass stuff against Usyk, because Usyk is the master boxer.
Yeah.
So I just think AJ needs to fight his fight and do what he does good, and he's got 12 rounds to catch him. He hurt him in the last fight and he weren't even putting his shots together like that. So if he can do that this time, it's not going to be easy, because listen, Usyk's movement's exceptional. Like he's a great boxer, but I think AJ just needs to be the bully.
Benn Eubank, if that happens.
Yeah, good fight, man. Good fight. Good fight. Benn's explosive. He can hold his own. He blows up after the weigh-in, so it's not like he's going to be small or anything. But I think those advantages of being heavy against a welterweight doesn't have the same benefits as being heavy against a middleweight. It's just if the 4 pound difference that Eubank's losing doesn't hurt him, then it could be dangerous. But at the end of the day, listen. I've said it a few times, they're paying off their dad's names. Listen, it's not a bad thing. Like, you lot ask, your dads have set this up for you. Listen, go for it, man. It's a money grab, because it's not for no titles or nothing. But go grab that money, bro. Like, it's as simple as that.
That's it. Just going off boxing real quick. Your Warriors won the NBA championship this season. I saw your tweet. You loved it. News last night. Kevin Durant wants to come back. Do you want that?
Nah, I don't. I think it messed up the dynamic of the team the first time, even though we're winning championships. But if he'd have stayed, it would have been like, it was worth it. But where he just got up and bounced, it was like, right, he just left us nothing really. Like so it's like he's liable to do that again. So I don't think it's worth giving up our core for Kevin Durant, even though we probably will win a few more championships with him. But for the future, I think it will hurt the team.
Seeing Carl Irvine maybe going to the Lakers, could that maybe make
Kyrie,
things?
Yeah, but I don't think it would have been done by now. But I think there's a few more things going on than obviously than we know. But it'll be good for him.
It'll be a great season next season as well. It'll be interesting.
It'll be a good season. But I also don't think KD wants to play with Westbrook, because that would be the trade, innit?
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot more going on behind the scenes.
Yeah. And Melo's still there. I think he's going to go as well.
Yeah. I think if they get Kyrie, he might have to go.
Just one more thing, you're a United fan as well. Just saw now breaking news, Ericsson has signed. How excited are you for that?
I didn't even see that. I
just now, breaking news. It came up on my phone as I've been speaking to you. 3 years old.
He didn't want to come the other day. Yeah. Talking about he wanted to stay in, where was it?
Brentford, yeah.
Brentwood.
Brentford.
I thought, that's good. Yeah, we're making moves.
Yeah? How do you see the season? Even with Ronaldo maybe staying, can you see you guys doing something?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I believe when I see it. That pre-season game, I'm not taking nothing from that, man. Because I think every year we've had a good pre-season, a good start to the season, and then we just start moving mad behind closed doors and don't get nothing done. But we're just to see what Eric Ten Hag can do. So we'll see.
Brilliant. Do you have a final message for your fans that always tune in, always travel, because you had a big support there for your last fight, and now you're saying you're fighting September, so I'm sure there will be a lot of people from South coming down as well.
Stay tuned for the announcement. Make sure you're there, man.
That's it. Denzel Bentley, thank you.